people who do
Dog,
this,
but that gambling thing, the dog, it's so attractive. Like, watch a dog, look how much me I make, dog. They want somebody if you sniff them coke. Cause I literally drugs, no brother, I literally drugs. Literally, yeah, one more. They give me a minute. Like, if me lose too much in a room, come on for that. Straight, yeah, you not come spoil my day. Alright. Today we have another video from Greg Doucette. Video title is The Fitness Industry is Not Becoming Toxic. I think it is. But more here I must say. Let's go.
It's literally the year of the degenerate. The more of a loser that you
Depression.
are, the more drugs that you're doing, the more pathetic that you are, the more that you crash out, the more followers you seem to get. Perhaps it started with Zeus.
Oh,
Perhaps
no.
it started there.
Alright.
Coach Greg, in today's video, Noel Diesel says the fitness industry is becoming toxic. I don't think it's becoming toxic. It is.
Alright. Me not think it have become toxic. Me think not just the internet. Well, the internet, yeah. The internet will show the people them what they in the industry. Like the real character of some of the people them what they in the fitness industry. Like where gym people or gym guys usually what them usually attracted to or drawn to. Like them views and them, you know. So it'll show up people. I think them people are the day night long time. Well, and then you have some bad actors who are coming in and make it even worse.
Toxic. It's gotten ridiculous.
There is an overwhelming wave of toxic behavior that is taking over the fitness industry. A place that once promoted health.
Honestly, it's never been about health. It's been about
crazy.
aesthetics.
All fitness industry are all vanity, bro. What kind of health? We just want to look good, and then we just use health as a cope anytime somebody say, dog, all I care about is this or that. We say, no, actually, I am better than a fat person. Da 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 da. Okay.
Aesthetics masks as being about health.
Yep.
You really think that all those shredded physiques, those champion bodybuilders, that they're actually healthy? They're not healthy. They just have the appearance of health. Let me tell you something. Just because you're at single-digit body fat, it doesn't mean that you're healthy. It doesn't mean you're healthier than somebody who's at 15%. But what I do know is it's healthier to be lean than it is to be fat. And so
Okay,
that's one thing that makes
that-
sense. Guys, you should be lean, you shouldn't be morbidly obese, but everything else, using steroids, abusing recreational substances, and
And as you
lately,
know, lean subjective based on gender and height and all sorts of something. So, yeah.
gambling,
Well, is it? Yeah, it is. It have its own numbers.
well, it's not good for you. It's actually horrible.
Over the last year, there's been a rise in fitness creators integrating gambling into their fitness content, specifically online casinos and sports betting.
God,
As of
so when I get into them
2026,
things, dog.
27%
First thing first, me never have money for gamble.
of Americans have an active online sportsbook account, which honestly doesn't sound like a lot until you realize that it's 94 million people.
What is Noel talking about? 27%, 1 in 4, a quarter of people are betting online, gambling almost every single day
Almost
or at
1 in
least every
3.
weekend, and they don't realize how much money they're actually losing. And so, how is this good? You're involved in the fitness industry and you're promoting gambling, which is bad. Does anyone think that gambling is somehow a good thing, that people should start doing more of it? And so you're wondering, well, why would they use young men to promote gambling? Who do you think's gambling? It's young men. And so if you go to the gym, if you have a job, if you don't have a job, if you care about how you look, if you care about getting a girl, if you literally watch YouTube, social media, Instagram, of course you're potentially interested in gambling. And the more people who do this,
Dog, but that gambling thing, it's so attractive. Like, you see, man, like, let me tell you why I do it, because the man them only have post them wins. You see, when the man them a lose, they think the man them a post that. Oh my God, so yeah, see all that wins them and you say, bombard, if we just try and get a little bit of this and a little bit of that, then no, dog, don't do it. That's how them catch a dog. Them just want company. Them say, dog, watch a dog, look how much me I make, dog. Them want somebody if you sniff them coke. Cause I literally drugs, no brother, I literally drugs. Literally, yeah, one more. They give me a minute. Up. But yeah, dog, I literally drugs. It's an addiction. It's So them a post them wins, a post them wins. Realize, you only see man them post some big money and see man them post and say, John, no dog, a bad day today. Da 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 da. Nope, none of that. The man them a post 100,000 win. 30,000 upon the small bet there. And I beat them there, man, them a post. So yeah, we're gonna say bombard. We poor, we don't have no money. Might as well, because me at work, now get nothing. Me at work, I'm still a suffer. Let me try that gamble here. And then, boy, it's all downhill from there. Unless I wanna like the 1 in a million people them way. Actually, do a couple good pan gamble. Yo, you see if me ever start gamble? If me ever start gamble, as me start, as me make that big money, then me a come out, dog. Me not have an addictive personality, so me think more that like staying there. If me lose leave a like lose one game, brother. If me lose too much in a row, me come off for that. Straight, yeah, you not come spoil my day. So gambling enough for me. The gambling would catch me, dog.
Hoagies of the world, the more likely you're going to become an addicted gambler.
Over 50% of men in America between the ages of 18 and 49 are actively betting online.
That number is startling. It's over half, over 50% of young men gamble. Like, that seems ridiculous. That's a greater percentage of people that are out getting drunk, that are using recreational drugs. And so it's perhaps the most popular.
Because I'm telling you why to dog. Why gambling? Because the effects no show up like when you take drugs. You know, when a man take drugs and you look fucked up. You know, you look drugs out and things. So, because gambling no show like the physical effect upon your body, it can, over time, somebody can sit and say, fuck, yo, I'm fucked up. But gambling, it have that. It have a stigma, but it not have like the physical stigma. Because you know everybody deal with the physical, you know. If you look like shit, then that's why I do that. But when you see numbers this highs, the whole heap of money on 3 bet, this and that, you say, ooh, maybe me can put in a 1 bet or a 2 bet, who knows. Just something small. Damn.
Negative vice that people have. Many of you think, it's not a big deal, you just gamble, you just bet. Do you know how many people get addicted? And so, for example, it's not a big deal, you just get drunk on the weekends. You know how many people are addicted to alcohol that can't stop, the lives that are ruined, families. The same exact thing is happening in gambling, you just don't know about it.
10% of men aged 18 to 30 showed signs of gambling problems.
10% of men. Now, Noel, he downplays things. That might
all
not.
of them stats come from Google AI when it searches something. So, them probably accurate, but yeah.
Not seem like a lot. It's only 10%. 10% of hundreds of millions.
I mean, it'll show sources now, so hopefully more accurate than last year.
This is tens of millions. And so tens of millions of people have a problem with gambling. And you think it's not a big deal. And so we promote it. Fitness influencers, they promote it. And why do you think so? Because they're throwing so much money at them that they can't say no.
Dog. Like, you know, you have Jesse, James West, you have Wales, and it's not that name, yeah. And you have the common name, dog, we do like more challenges and more Mr. Beast type of videos. But them, they're just like entertainment and fun. Even though every now and then we do a video with like a controversial person. Not even like on a controversial thing, but like, remember doing a person a workout, you know? Like evergreen fitness video, not like, yo guys, me a gamble, yo, look come here, make well money, dog. Yo, we just join this and that and get all the people and get it out. No, them not do that. So you have the good people, them. I just say them bad people here, the bad actor, them, the clavicular, the Toki, all of them people there. Even all Larry Wheels and just weird ass. But them, yeah, I them appear in the picture, dog. But even the wider like people, the gym, not the gym, the fit. I would say gym, yes, specifically like the manosphere, and I saw them gym people they talk anyways. So me I saw them just get a camera putting on them face now. So yeah.
And so, for example, you'll say, Coach Greg, you're a snake oil salesman. Really? Just because you don't believe that said supplement actually works when it actually does, it doesn't mean that I'm somehow a bad person. But imagine I promoted gambling. How many people do you think have a problem with turkesterone? Oh, I'm addicted to the Turk. I'm Turking myself all day and I'm GO2 maxing on the screen. Is it really going to ruin their life? Probably not. I don't know a single person that's ruined their families, their social life, that they have severe problems because of GO2 max. But what about gambling? The same can't be said for gambling. Neither alcohol, sniffing creatine, doing math, adding too much. You guys got to stop. Now, fitness influencers are going to continue to promote gambling. When you're told you're going to get this much money, this many dollars in order to do something, it's very hard to say no. Same as trying to convince a girl on OF to stop posting pictures.
When I watched that show there with Will Ferrell, when woman did start like a underground casino at them house or something.
Really? So you're making how much money doing that, and you expect them to stop? And so long as there's money in it, people are going to continue to do it.
96% of online gamblers lost money overall.
You're thinking, no, but I'm going to...
Like, I never watched the video, but all of that video just 60%. 60% of men. 90% of women. That's just the whole video. Oh my God. Or probably because of the way this cut up on thing.
Make money. You're in that 4%. 96% of people are losing money and 4% are making it.
I get statistics and them thing there, but I feel like the way people like read them out and them thing, they are mostly just fear mongering still. It real, they not the numbers, although I look it up myself. But the way them bring across the news are just bare fear mongering and thing, dog, and fear mongering.
So it's not bad. It's about the same odds as you sticking to your diet without my freaking cookbook. 95% of diets fail. And so why don't you try something that can actually work? For example, my cookbook, the GO2 Max, the Seco bars, or heavens forbid a GLP. Oh my goodness, the world is against Ozempic, tirzepatide. So why are they against it? If the drug takes out the food noise, if the peptide takes out the food noise and you're getting it prescribed by a doctor, how is that a bad thing? Like, literally, why is it that you have to be so macho, so manly? I lost it without it, yeah? So 95% didn't, and you did. That's great. Wonderful for you, but what about the other 95%? Listen, if you're interested in getting a GLP, click the link and go to Algorex, where it's from a compounding pharmacy, prescribed by doctors, and get all the things FDA approved.
The truth is, gambling is addictive, and it acts on your primal reward centers. These platforms directly benefit on your loss.
And so you
but I think even that, bro, like, we know say it's addictive, like, I must get across some information and get across some information. But I know this is not news. Gambling addictive is not news. We've been here this when we're little and I grew up gambling, smoking, drinking. We know, dog, we know about we are people, and people just love the foolishness, no matter how,
Oh, they made it illegal to promote smoking or drinking alcohol. You know how those things are considered bad? They give you cancer. It's a class 1 carcinogen. And so you're not allowed to just promote it. You can't show people getting plastered in a bar having a good time. How is it any different with gambling? They know
they should
that
do
gambling
that
is addictive. Why do you think
it'll make the man them money? So it can slide. It probably make more money than drinking and smoking. So yeah.
It's a multi-billion-dollar industry, but yet they allow it. And so people say, oh, it's not a big deal. It's just gambling. Yeah, you say just because you don't know anyone who's lost their home and their family because of it. And so when you speak and say, oh, it's not a big deal, you wouldn't be saying that if it happened to you.
Most of you guys should know the name Ziz. The ideal aesthetic physique from the early 2000s. I mean, almost every photo you see of him is from a festival or club shirtless.
And so perhaps it started with Ziz. Perhaps it started there. I mean, he literally is no longer with us. It's speculated that he was into those kind of things. But in 2026, it's literally the year of the degenerate. The more of a loser that you are, the more drugs that you're doing, the more pathetic that you are, the more that you crash out. Perhaps you've OD'd on screen.
See,
The
the
more
dog. People love watch a train a car crash, dog. People love watch a car crash. So the more of a car crash you can be, the more views, the more everything you're gonna get. Sadly. More of a clown you are.
followers you seem to get. And so, what do you think the people see? They're thinking, if I want to be a famous social media influencer like Coach Greg, I could become an IFBB pro at 35. I could stay natural into my 30s. And eventually, perhaps I could use performance enhancing drugs. And maybe 10 years later, at 45, I'll then become famous. They're thinking, yeah, I don't got time for that. I'm 18. I'm just going to do a bunch of drugs, get messed up, go on Twitch or Kick or whatever, and garner an audience for being a pathetic loser piece of shit. And so that's what people are doing. And you all eat it up. You're here for the car wreck. And so when you see these losers doing these things, you sit and you watch and you think, yeah, that's cool. It's cool because that guy, he has a lot of money and he gets a lot of girls. And so you're young and you're thinking, well, I haven't gotten laid yet. I'm still a virgin. And so maybe if I do more recreational drugs than last time and get 100,000 followers, maybe some fat piece of shit woman will like me too. And so that is the problem.
Damn.
Losers get other losers. Loser chicks are getting loser men. And the cycle continues. And
Yeah.
the young people,
Misery loves company.
they don't know that this is actually pathetic.
And he's surrounded by people and substances that is typically part of that scene. Now, of course, let me premise, Ziz was not promoting drugs.
True, Ziz was not promoting drugs, but he wasn't not promoting it either. Like, just by being in the festival, dancing with the shirt off, having a good time, doing the things, it indirectly promotes it. And to the same extent, Sam Sulik doesn't promote performance-enhancing drugs. Neither does C-Dum.
What?
C-Dum, I mean C-Bum. Neither
Okay.
does Daddy Noel, and neither does Coach Greg. But indirectly, we kind of do. Because I'm on HRT, and I used steroids for 10 years, and a lot of people say, well, if you hadn't have done that, you...
That's very mature of him, you know? You see him rolling all this and say, okay, that, so don't come talk like say, oh, we not do this or we not do that. All of we are do the same thing. Even if we one against it, just we being here is our promotion.
wouldn't be where you are right now. Noel is not natural, and so people are saying, yeah, but if you hadn't abused it, you wouldn't be where you are. And so I can understand how people are going to say, yeah, but you are the same. Well, at least we speak of both sides.
True.
When I
The
make
good and the
videos, I
bad.
say, this is the good, bad, and the ugly. I say, yeah, I use steroids. Yes, they actually work. Yes, they help you to build muscle, but these are the bad things. When people make videos about gambling, about recreational substances, do they promote all of the bad? I don't see anyone, for example, Togi, talking about all the thousands of lives that are ruined because of his videos. He donates some money to the guy down the street who's doing bad. Hey, here's a free car. Here's 10K. Here's 100K. And so they show the world, hey, I'm just a cool, nice guy helping people out. But what they don't show, for every 10 guys that he gave $10,000 to, there's 1,000
The
who
bad
lost
outweigh the
that.
good.
And or more. And so, yeah, he's given perhaps half, or I don't even know, all of his money back. But what about the negative toll on society? No matter how much good that Togi does, there's 100 times worse as a result of it. And that you do not see.
John, and then a man like Togi probably would have looked on that and say, fuck it, it no matter. And it no matter how much good me do, them already have me as a bad guy, I'm just run with it, play my role, get my money, drugs out, until me dead. Cha-cha.
Came John Skywalker. Same thing, great physique, linked to the party lifestyle. But he took it a little bit more further and he was more open about it.
And so he's talking about John Skywalker, who we've all seen what he's happened. He's almost died. We've seen what he's been peeing out. I've literally
I
done
know.
videos on this. And so John Skywalker, he promoted that lifestyle. And it
Dog,
took...
what? I'm not saying physique ain't impressive, you know, but you take steroids, if you look like that, if you look like this. This is impressive, I'm not gonna lie, this is very impressive. But you could have done this in probably 8-7 years. Depending upon when did I start from. Could have done it, not even 8, dog. You can't do this in 5-4 years. That you never know if it takes steroids to look like that. Probably, maybe that lean, but you never need that, dog. That's crazy. If me take steroids and look like that, it's crazy.
5, perhaps 10 years later to see the result of it, the aftermath, if you will. And so I make videos to show you what can happen. Everything looks good when you're young. Clav is having a great time. But what happens when he's older? Same with using performance-enhancing drugs. Wow, it's cool. You have so many followers, you're winning titles. But what happens when you die?
The whole subculture started to grow a little bit. And what started as being unpopular or taboo is now being openly referred to on social media. And now this is not about weed. I'm talking about hardcore drugs that are being abused.
And so myself and Noel, we think exactly alike. Back in my day, that's how old we actually are. I'm, in fact, much older than Noel. It wasn't cool to talk about steroids. You had to keep it hush-hush. I believe that it was probably better. With now, people are...
No, dog. If you're not pop pill, you know what I'm saying? No, dog, if you're pop pill, come on.
open about it, and they literally will brag. Hey, I'm using this. And they post about it. What do you think actually got Togi to be famous? Togi, we've seen Connor abusing vitamin K. We've seen people doing math. We've seen people OD. And they talk about it, they brag about it, they get more views because of it. And so all that does is make other people who think, you know, I probably shouldn't do that. Hey, that is bad. People will look bad on me if I do it. To actually think the opposite. You know what? I was tempted to not do it, but may as well do it and talk about it and get more views.
The problem that I have is that it's making its way into fitness content. And there is so much content that's coming out about this. It's infiltrating an industry that's supposed to be positive.
And so fitness, it was supposed to be about, I don't know, fitness.
It was never positive. Like, you know, promoting, all right, the most positive side of it are probably the calisthenics. And then even that getting it can get muddy or then go. But the calisthenics, but you see the gym goer them man there, yeah, them no want work for nothing. Them know it. Well, I talk like them old, but the man them nowadays.
Instead of that, it's about being a degenerate. 2026, the year degenerate. The more degenerate type things that you do, the more views that you get. And that I see as a problem.
And the drugs and the successful lifestyle that is associated with it is all fabricated to take your attention because it's so extreme. Now,
And so when you see Togi gambling, you losing $1 million, but then the next day, winning $1 million, winning and giving money, charity, and looking cool, taking private
And
jets.
all of them money they are the gambling company, them give them for play around with, you know, most of the time.
You're thinking, wow, that's an amazing lifestyle. I want part of that. If I start gambling, perhaps I could do the same. Or with abusing recreational substances, we see that, we see the success that they're making, and others will copy and do the same.
I've spoken to some of these creators, and they genuinely don't care because there is so much money, and that's what makes it so easy for them to do it.
And so if you're thinking, yeah, I wouldn't accept that money, I would say no. Have you been offered it? I don't think so. And so just because you think that you have better morals,
No, I'm still
your
not accept
morals
that,
will
dog. My morals better, dog. You have to stand for something, dog. At least, like, gambling. No, I'm not promote that.
only be tested once you're in that exact situation. And so when I see these young people take that money, I'm thinking, would I have done the same? And so it's very difficult for me to say, oh, you know, I'm better than you. I wouldn't have done that. It's easy for me to turn down the gambling sponsorships because I'm a multimillionaire. But if I were 20 years old and offered the same money, I probably would have done it. And so at least I'm being honest. And so when you see these people promoting this, understand,
You're
they're
young.
given so much money to do so that why wouldn't they? They don't actually care. For example, let's look at Larry Wheels. Do you think Larry Wheels cares about anything? And so when Larry's promoting gambling, this is the same guy that slaps the shit out of Dean because he's a 5'6" manlet, but he doesn't do anything to Rampage when Rampage wants to rampage his wife.
Attention is currency. Look after yourself and be careful what content you consume because that same content can consume you.
Exactly. If you watch every single one of Togi's videos, of Larry's videos, of all these guys' videos, you're going to become more like that. You are like your 5 closest friends, and In the world of YouTube and Instagram, you're more like who you follow. If you continue to follow degeneracy, you're more likely to be a degenerate. If you follow people with positive
Interesting.
messages, morals, perhaps a guy like Will Tennyson, you're going to become a better human being on your own. And so please watch the proper channels, watch less of the bad stuff, and realize they, in fact, are influencing you, even if you think that they are not. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost.
Okay. Great message right there at the end. Let me know what you think though. You think like, yo, make your money and do what they want to do after them money. People have their own choices, da 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 da. Or they think, yo, them man are really a corporate place. That. Let me know what you think. Great video again. Thanks for watching.